At the age of 22, Emiliano Sala was playing in the third tier of French football, having only made his professional debut a year before at the age of 21. Yet now he's moved for £15 million to Cardiff, and he's already scored 13 goals in Ligue 1 this season. So who is Emiliano Sala, and how was his rise so meteoric? Hi everyone, I'm Emiliano Sala, and welcome to an ongoing series where I take a look at players' careers and see where they've been and what they're doing now. I have a whole playlist full of these sorts of videos. You've got videos like what happened to Mario Balotelli, who is Joseph Martinez, and stuff like that. So make sure to check out some of those and hopefully enjoy them, and leave suggestions for upcoming videos in the series as well. I always like doing videos in the series. They may not do as well as some of the other videos on my channel, but they're just really good fun to make, learning new stuff about players. And just a quick note before I start the video, I'm sorry if any of the French pronunciation in this video is wrong. I got most of this off of Google Translate in terms of the pronunciation, so yeah, you can blame that and not me. No, but French is not my strong point, so just a notice before we start this video, because Salah has played most of his career in France. So yeah, let's get into the main part of the video. So Salah started his career in Argentina, playing for teams in the lower leagues of Argentina, between like the 4th and 3rd league. Very low down in Argentina, not at a pro level. And in 2010 he was scouted by Bordeaux, and he quickly moved to France to join up with their team at the age of 20. And he did unfortunately really struggle to break through at Bordeaux. He played mostly for the youth team at his time there in his first 2 seasons. He made his senior debut in a cup match in early 2012, and he wouldn't make a league appearance until 2014 after several loan spells at different clubs. The first of these loan spells was with US Orleans in the 3rd tier of French football, the National League. And he did well here, scoring 19 goals in 40 games. However, of course, this is a 3rd tier. He was expected to do well, to be honest. If he hadn't have done well, that would have not signalled good signs for his career. And he was their team's top scorer, and the 2nd highest scorer in the league. So it showed that he was really doing well, and he probably deserved to play at a bit higher level. However, unfortunately, this wasn't good enough for him to get into the Bordeaux team at the time, and the season after that he went out on loan again. And in 13-14 Salah moved up a league to Ligue 2, and this time he went on loan to Nantes FC. And his record for this team was a little bit better than his record for Orléans, with 20 goals in 40 games. Not too much better, about the same, but a little bit better. However, of course, you have to remember that this is a league up, and for a player to score 20 goals in a lower league and then move up and replicate it is really impressive, and it showed that he was probably ready to make the jump up to the top level of French football. And he was 4th top scorer in the league. This was a strong league at the time. You had players like Naby Keita and Diafra Sakho playing there. And Niort only managed to finish 4th in the league, so unfortunately they did miss out on promotion, which was a shame for Salah. But of course he wasn't actually permanent for them, but he wouldn't be returning there. And his performances in Ligue 2 meant that he got a few chances back with Bordeaux at the start of the 14-15 season. However, unfortunately, he really didn't do too well, with only 1 goal scored in 12 games played. And of course, he was once again sent out on loan mid-season in January to Caen, where his performances improved quite a lot. Of course, there's not too much time in the second half of the season in general, but he did improve quite a bit. He scored 5 goals in 13 league games, which is quite good for the second half of the season. And it's definitely better than his previous records in Ligue 1. However, when Salah did return to Bordeaux, it was clear that he wouldn't play much for them. He was a 4th or 5th choice striker, depending on how you looked at it, depending on who was fit as well. So he was really low down the rankings, and they had younger players than him coming through. Of course, you got to remember he was 25 at this point, so he was really quite old in terms of breaking through for a team. So he clearly wasn't going to break through for Bordeaux, so he joined FC Nantes. and they bought him for a fee of £1 million, so they must have seen something in him. That is quite a low transfer fee. However, he did stay in Ligue 1 because they were in Ligue 1 at the time. And this is where Sala's career really started to kick off, and he was quite good in his first 3 seasons at Nantes, with 6 goals scored in his first season. Not too good, not really good at all. Only managed to match his last season in Ligue 1 with Bordeaux and Caen, followed by 12 goals in each of the next 2 seasons. So he really did start to show he was a sort of like an average striker, average to good striker in Ligue 1. You know, one of those strikers who plays well for low teams and is really crucial to their success. So he really did start to kick on at in his later season. However, this season, 2018-19, he's taken his game to another level. He scored 12 once again in Ligue 1. However, you got to remember we're only in January, so he scored 12 goals in almost 2/3 of the time that he did last time. And if he had stayed in Ligue 1, I reckon he would have broken the 20 barrier, maybe even got like 25 goals. Yeah, so of course, this got him his £15 million move to Cardiff, and they really do need him, Cardiff do. It will just be whether he kicks on and manages to do well, and they managed to get him over a lot of offers. And what do I think about the move? I think it's a good move for both Salah and Cardiff. To be honest, he probably won't be able to get to play at a much higher level. It's probably not a step up, but a step across. But this could be his chance to show himself in Premier League, and then once he's done that, push on and then maybe move up a couple of clubs, especially if he plays well in this remaining of the season and Cardiff get relegated. A bigger club could easily snap him up. I'm sure he's got a relegation clause in his contract that will mean if Cardiff do get relegated, he can be bought for a lot lower price. And for Cardiff, of course, it's very good. They've managed to get a striker who will probably easily adapt to the Premier League. He's quite physical, he's quite a scrappy striker, goal hanger. He's not really like something that wouldn't work in the Premier League. We've seen lots of strikers like this do incredibly well in the Premier League. So I think it's a really good move for them. Maybe a little bit of a gamble because of course he hasn't really ever played at too high of a level, never played Champions League or Europa League football. But I'm sure he will adapt well, and it's just be whether he scores enough goals in order to keep Cardiff up. But if they do get relegated, I'm sure he'll either go back on loan to France. But of course, this could be a stepping stone for him. And yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. It was a bit more difficult to make than usual just because it was quite hard to find out early facts about his career. I had to go onto different Wikipedia pages in different languages and look at various different sources in order to try and find lots of different information about him, but I did manage to get there in the end. So yeah, leaving a like and subscribing would be very much appreciated, and yeah, make sure to leave suggestions for the series. I always really enjoy doing videos like this. As I said, they don't always do that well, but I really do enjoy making these sorts of videos. So yeah, and I guess there's not too much else to say, so thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.